Welcome back to GeForce and the NVIDIA booth at 3. I'm Julian. I'm here with Michael Peck. He's the producer for THQ Nordic's Elex. This is a game we actually talked about last year at E3, and now the release date is fast approaching. Am I right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
So, in the last year, what's happened in the world of Elex?
A lot.
Clearly.
Yeah.
It's almost finished now.
Yeah.
That was a dumb question.
We just ended the beta phase, so we're content complete. And it's only bug fixing and polishing left.
So just about ready to go. Now, for those who may not be aware of Elex or watched our coverage last year, shame on you, but do you want to fill them in on what Elex is like?
Of course. Basically, it's an open world RPG, very much like Witcher or Fallout. And our special thing is our setting. We call it science fantasy. So what we're trying to do is basically putting science fiction and fantasy into one game world.
Yeah, it's appropriate you say like The Witcher or Fallout because you have kind of elements of both those, right?
That's
you have
right,
kind of this older world, like classical European type setting, and then future, I don't know if you're quite as dystopian as Fallout is and dirty and rugged.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty polished, but yes, it also is very future-y too. How do you merge these two really different worlds?
It took us quite a while, almost a year, until we really had it right, because either it looks kind of strange because you just have magic in a science fiction world, or the other way around, suddenly blasters in a fantasy thing. But then at one point we suddenly had that guy with two swords standing on an old wrecked car, and there were monsters below, and then we said, okay, that's exactly right, that's it. And we built up from there. The main thing basically is Elex. Elex is a substance.
Right.
And that's how we balance the whole magic versus, or a sword versus blaster thing. Because if you consume Elex, you develop all these magical powers, but you also lose your emotions. But you can also use Elex for weapons or to enhance a sword.
So that's how you have, because you have a wide variety of weapons as a result of the natural setting too, right? You've got crossbows and blasters and
everything, basically.
Yeah. And you also, this is an RPG as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you have relevant skills that you can also slowly put points to do and build that are also deriving from these two different settings, right?
That's right, yeah. There's a full RPG in there, so everything you'd expect from an open world RPG, it's in there. So there's crafting, enchanting weapons, skill trees, of course, leveling up, basic stats, full-blown RPG. Also a lot of dialogue in there, so we have around 300,000 words of spoken dialogue. So you're looking at around...
That's more words than I've ever said in my life.
It's really a lot.
I talk a lot.
Yeah. But it really pays off because now we have 80 hours of gameplay at least. You have different factions to join, and depending on what you do, game changes basically, or also the story changes. Also, you can kill almost every NPC in the game world.
I missed that. I missed that from the old Morrowind game.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to fail the game forever. So yes, good.
But it doesn't fail because the story adapts to whatever you do. But that really gives you the full freedom of an RPG.
Awesome. Well, when's the release date now?
On the 17th of October.
Oh boy, that is coming up. It'll be here before you know it. If you guys are as interested in Elex as I have been for the last year since we did the first interview, you guys are going to have to check it out in October. Thank you so much, Michael, for talking to us. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys for tuning in to GeForce. Tons more coverage from E3, so stay tuned.